Huskers got back to work here on Wednesday. Hi, Sean Callahan for HuskerOnline.com as they continue preparations for Purdue. And really this week is all about the start and not getting in a hole, as Nebraska the last 3 games has found themselves in big first quarter deficits. And that's really complicated everything they do, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, it's tough. You never, anytime you play from behind against the defenses we're playing against, it puts us in a tough situation. We want to run the ball, and sometimes when you get behind, it's hard to consistently run the ball. And so one of the objectives this week is to play fast and to start fast. And we can't get behind 14, 17. We got to score on the opening drive, and we've kind of tried to simulate that in practice in terms of our first period out the gate has been a tempo against the defense, so the guys understand we've got to come out ready to play and we got to start fast.
As for the challenge this week against Purdue, Nebraska expects them to come at them with a lot of pressure until they can prove they can block it.
Yeah, number one, they play with passion. They fly around, up front. They're big, they're stout. They do a lot of movement up front, so we're going to have that's going to be a challenge. Linebackers are downhill players. 55, 21 is kind of a hybrid. He plays out of the box and into the box, very athletic. Secondary-wise, they kind of bend but don't break. They want to keep everything in front of them, good tacklers. And so they're a solid defense. And we've got to make sure we go out there and you can't turn the ball over, you can't have penalties. And I think if we do that, then we'll have a chance to be successful.
Their quarterback's really good. He can make all the throws. He's definitely a good he's good in the pocket, and he can move a little bit too. So he's definitely we got to be wary of both. Dual threat.
Well, those guys have really stepped up their game week to week. They've improved in every facet of their segments in the secondary, up front, in their linebackers. Those guys playing with a lot of passion over there. The biggest thing for us, we just got to come out and execute. Whatever we're doing offensively is called. We got to go out and execute and match their aggression up front. Those are the keys to the game. We just got to basically play with detail and understand what we have called. Any adjustments they've given us, we just got to make the adjustments and go execute and protect the football.
Another challenge this coaching staff has had to deal with is the adversity. Nebraska hasn't won a home game now in over a year, and this staff is coming from a place where they just went 13-0, and it's been kind of new territory for all of them.
Up until this year, we hadn't experienced a loss for a long time, and so it was new for us. But we know we have to set the example. We have to be the standard. So if players see us panicking and losing faith and belief in the system and in this program, then they're going to do the same thing. So we understand it's a long season. We're not giving up on this season. We feel like we can accomplish everything that we want to accomplish. The goals are still out there, and it's day by day. We've got to take it day by day, get better as coaches, get better as players, get better as trainers each day, and then if we do that, then we got to put ourselves in a good chance to win on Saturday.
We also caught up with a few defensive players for Nebraska here on Wednesday, including freshman Caleb Tanner, who's continued to see his playing time go up.
I just keep seeing more and more reps, so I guess I'm doing the right thing, you feel me? So, I'm going to just keep working, keep executing, keep listening. That's the most important thing.
Meanwhile, look for Ben Stilley's leadership role to continue to grow for Nebraska, especially without having Mick Stoltenberg on Saturday.
Monday, Tuesday, we just got back to work, That's the only way to get over something like that, get over a loss, get back to work, try to fix those things that went wrong in that game, watch the film, make the corrections, and, once we get that done, we can focus on Purdue.
And finally, it simply just come down to the point where Nebraska needs a win. A win over Purdue on Saturday would do so much in terms of calming the waters, and Mario Verduzco knows that.
That's an emotional sort of attachment to winning and losing you just can't afford. Our guys can't afford that. The guys in my room can't afford that. Even though, despite the fact I've told them, there's no margin for error. Now, how hard is that? But there really isn't. There's no margin for error. But with regards to win, that'd be tremendous, Probably for the Husker fans more. God love them, and you guys as well. I don't take that lightly, but at the same time, from an emotional standpoint, okay, great, let's move on to our next game. And let's prepare the same way we did for this Purdue game.
Another news here on Wednesday, running back Wyatt Mazur might see more playing time, as with Maurice Washington battling a stomach bug, he's seen more reps this week, and he could be a guy in that rotation on Saturday. With the Huskers in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.